Hi guys, this is Ozzy from Windless Oz Syndrome, where I provide unique views, advice, and stories for you, the passionate traveler. We're going to talk about 3 relevant travel news stories that are important for you to hear. If you're planning to go to Disney World this year, there is some good news. The theme park has relaxed its policy on masks. The new policy states that fully vaccinated people can go maskless outdoors and indoors. For those who aren't, it expects people to wear masks. There will be no one who works at the theme park to verify those who got vaccinated. All of this is on the resort's official website. As of June 15th, the company relaxed its social distancing guidelines. The resort based its decision on the CDC's guidelines, which states that vaccinated people can stop wearing masks or social distance regardless of being in or outdoors. The increased vaccinations and reduced number of infected people led to the CDC to change its policy. On the other hand, Disneyland will keep its mask policy in place until the foreseeable future. This is even after California lifted its mandate. This is very good news if you're planning to go to Disneyland. If anyone has been to Florida, especially during the summertime when a lot of people tend to go to Disney World, it's very hot and humid. Wearing a mask is going to make it at least 10 times worse because you're going to be sweaty, it's going to be hard to breathe, you're going to have a lot of challenges trying to not touch the mask. I find this very good news. This is very positive to hear and know. I'm looking to take my family down to Disney World at some point. I got a young daughter who has never been, so I gotta make sure everybody in my family has been to Disney World. I think that's very important. With no mask, I can take great pictures when I'm out there, which is what people want to do. They don't want to take pictures with people masked up, especially their little kids. So I think that's good that they can take off the mask. Also, when you're taking pictures with the princesses, do you really want to take a picture with them with masks on? For the most part, no. I don't want to take a picture with a Disney actor or actress who is playing a certain role at the theme park wearing a mask. That doesn't help. I don't think that's going to be memorable. I think that's very awesome that this is going away. This is going to be very important and very fun for those who are interested in going to Disney World this year. I hope that all theme parks follow this policy at some point. If you're at Disneyland and you're hoping that this same policy will take place, you're out of luck. You just have to wait a little bit longer. I believe at some point Disneyland will change its tone and tune. It will follow Disney World's lead because Disney World is bigger. People know Disney World better than Disneyland in the United States. So it's only a matter of time. EU has endorsed travel certificates for people who live in Euro countries. The travel certificate will allow travelers within the EU to travel to other EU countries easier. The idea was to help countries such as Greece that depend on tourism to help provide funds. Starting on July 1st, all EU countries must recognize the vaccine certificates. The certificate will verify a fully vaccinated, negative tested, or recovering traveler from COVID-19. These documents will be free. The EU will allow a 6-week leniency period to allow for EU countries to prepare while encouraging countries to not impose strict regulations unless necessary. There's no information on whether travelers visiting from outside the EU would receive a certificate whether they have been fully vaccinated or not. If you are living in the EU, I don't know how I feel about this. I think this is very conflicting when you think about it. If you've been to an EU country, you will understand that you can go to an EU country without being bothered. You can go from France to Spain without having to see a border control agent, because there's none. There's not going to be a person standing there to check your passports and your visas or anything like that. They're not there in the EU country, going from EU to another EU country. With this, I'm trying to see how they're going to impose this on people who are living in EU countries. I have a concern because I think there's going to be a black market for these certificates. I don't know how long the EU's planning to use these certificates to prove that people have one of those things that I mentioned, to prove that they are okay to go from EU to EU country. I wonder if or how these EU countries are going to impose this, where you don't have any border agents there. On top of that, each country is going to have some kind of different rules and ideas about implementing them. If I'm like Greece, who depends heavily on tourism, I can see them being very laxed and following up to see if people are vaccinated, because they depend so much on tourism, versus France right now, which is still on lockdown and allowing people to come within the country outside of its borders. Even so, I think people are still going, even if you're a traveler from a different country, say like my home country, United States. I think people are still going into these countries. So I don't see how they could implement this to the fullest degree. I think it's going to be very difficult. I think it's going to be very challenging. I hope that they don't keep this for too long. I hope the EU does not keep this too long. I understand that each EU country is trying to be safe, but at the same time, we are taking risks every day when we travel, when we go somewhere else new. There's some kind of risk that you can't avoid, and that's the way travel life works for anyone who wants to go anywhere. So we'll see how this goes, if it even goes as planned as the EU thinks is going to work, and we'll see what happens. You know, I hope that when they do implement it, that it doesn't stop people from wanting to travel freely within the EU, and I hope it does more a service than a disservice. With the travel world opening up again, more Americans are sending their next vacation to Hawaii. The state closed its borders to the rest of America unless they were in quarantine for 14 days when they arrived to the States. Now the country is allowing for travelers to visit again. One of the best ways to visit Hawaii is to rent a car. The issue is that so many travelers are planning to rent a car when they visit the States that demand can't keep up for car rentals. This will leave many travelers out of luck. Even so, solutions abound to help the traveler. Counties such as Hawaii are offering pilot charter programs to help travelers get to their destinations within the states. Also, there are more affordable ways to travel, such as ride-sharing programs such as Lyft and Uber, public transportation, and taxi companies. Desperate travelers who can't get a car rental or renting moving vehicles through the island. Hawaii Tourism Authority, or HTA, recommends not to do that. This is very interesting to hear this story about what's going on with the car rental business in Hawaii. I am noticing this too in Alaska as the country opens up. My own country is opening up to travelers again. I notice that more people are going to destinations such as Hawaii and Alaska. That means a lot of car rentals are happening, especially around this time of the year, where in summer people want to go travel and go do stuff. Kids are at school. I think all of these are playing a major role in car renting. When you go to a state like Hawaii, Hawaii is a very popular place. It has beautiful beaches. People are awesome there. The food is great. It's just a natural way of seeing things outside of the mainland United States. With that, it means people just want to see stuff as much as possible. And it's clear the best way to do that is to rent a car. I know this going to Alaska, as I plan for my Alaska trip, that car rental has gone insane. It's very expensive to rent a car. The car renting I'm getting costs about $1,000 for about 10 days. So I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but really that is a lot. My wife checked it up again, and she was like, "Thank goodness you got the car. We got the car because it has went up a whole lot. It probably went up about 4 to 5 times when we got it. A lot of people are renting cars in these 2 states, and it's very competitive. My tip of the day is if you plan to go to Alaska or Hawaii, make sure you have time to get, especially if you're going during the summer. The summer months tend to be very competitive. A lot of people are trying to get out to these states, and they're going to look for a car. I find it very interesting that people going out there are renting moving trucks such as U-Haul moving vehicles. I don't know why. If you filled up a U-Haul vehicle before, it's very expensive, and Hawaii is very expensive to live. Especially gas prices are going to become expensive in the entire country. If you're looking to go to Hawaii or Alaska and you're planning to rent a car, make sure that you give yourself plenty of time to set up your car, because you don't want to have to be paying a fortune when you are trying to rent a car last second. It's not worth it. You want to save as much money as possible. I want to say you don't want to save as much money as possible. Go out there, you can use on your vacation trip out there. 1, plan ahead, and 2, don't rent a moving vehicle to travel through Hawaii. It's not worth it. It's a lot of money and gas, and I don't think a lot of people should do that. And I think it's crazy. So follow those 2 tips, and you'll be able to save a lot of money and have fun on your vacation out to Hawaii.
Hi, my name is Oceania Henry, and you're on my channel, Wonderless Heart Syndrome. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and share this video, and come along with my journey as I explore the world and sharing unique views, advice, and stories.